Okay, it seems to be. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? This is part 2 of Professor Layton and Pandora's Box on the Nintendo DS. Let's continue what we were doing yesterday, shall we? I can't remember already. I already can't remember what I did last. Hi, Quillix. Good evening. How's it going today? Oh, okay, there was something. What's on your mind, my boy? You look distracted. It's hard to put my finger on why, but I feel like someone has been watching us for a while. You too? I've been feeling that same sensation myself. Hello, Monica. How are you today? Me? Despite the fact that I slept more last night than I did the night before, I feel just as tired as yesterday. But other than that, well, I'm okay, I guess. Came back home from the hike, and now you're fresh again, just in time for stream, so comfy. I thought I did sleep enough, but I still feel just as tired for no reason. Do you think that someone might be tailing us? It's certainly possible. Keep an eye out for anything unusual. A shoe! This looks like one of Tom's shoes, doesn't it, Professor? It certainly does. This is strange, though. It's for the same foot as the shoe the inspector gave us earlier. He's got 2 left feet. So it is. Aha. What is it? What is it? So then Tom must be... Oh. Luke, I do believe we've both made a faulty assumption. What exactly do you mean? Recall for a moment the events as they have unfolded thus far. Let's see. First, that tiny shoe was found on the floor. That's right, a shoe small enough for a baby. And then there was the cap we found in the kitchen. But it was lodged in such a tiny corner, I don't know how Tom could have squeezed in there. Correct. In order to get back there, Tom would have to be no more than half your size. I don't think I've seen any boys smaller than myself on the train, now that you mention it. That was my impression as well, which is why I began to consider a different line of thought. Pray for good internet. Well, so far, no problems. Fingers crossed. Look, what if you and I have already seen Tom about and didn't even know it? You see, all the while we've been searching for Tom, we've assumed that he's a small child. But what if that assumption proves false? What if we've been wrong from the start? You mean like, an animal, maybe, or something? I think I see what you're getting at, Professor. The second shoe was a left shoe, identical in every way to the shoe the inspector gave us. If that strange pair of shoes means what I think it does, then our friend Tom is something that has, 4 legs. Yeah, well, I figured. Yeah, okay. Because if it has 4 legs, then it has two lefts and 2 rights. Move the L-shaped pieces around and arrange them into a plush shape in the middle of the board to reveal Tom's true identity. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, nobody cares about moves, right? Wait. Yeah, I can see what they want. Yeah, something like that.
Just leave it to me.
Correct!
That was almost too easy.
Good work. A cute little doggo. Tom is a dog. Do you recall the girl we saw holding a small dog? I suspect that the small dog was our friend Tom. So if we track down that girl, we'd find Tom. He's back. Greetings, sir. Are you still searching for that lost little one? Indeed, we are still searching. Tell me, sir, have you by any chance seen a young lady with a small dog pass by? Now that does ring a bell. Yes, I believe she was headed towards the back of the train. Okay. Is that so? Thank you, sir. You've been most helpful.
Well, if it isn't the famous Mr. Layton dashing around like he knows something I don't. I was just about to head over to Babette's and inform her that her child is no longer aboard the train.
Inspector, we are mere moments away from discovering Tom's location. Could I ask you to give us just a while longer to ponder on the situation?
Still don't want to face the truth, Layton.
Fine, since you're so intent on it and seeing as Babette is napping right now, I'll wait a while longer.
The moment she wakes up, though, I'm taking my findings to her. Got it?
If you want to prove yourself right, bring the boy back before that. Understood. I plan to do just that, Inspector. We'd better find the girl with the dog as quickly as we can, Professor. Hello? Growsley. Look at that. You've managed to solve at least 12 puzzles. I applaud you. Heartily. I can't see how I could dislike a couple of hardened puzzle solvers like yourselves. Let's be pals, eh? What? Why? Because otherwise he wouldn't let me through? He's blocking the way. No, okay, no. I have to solve a puzzle, I suppose.
What about... No, this puzzle is going to keep me up all night.
Oh, sorry about that. Now, what's with you two? What can I do you for? We're looking for a young lady with a small dog. Have you seen anyone fitting that description? Yeah, I remember seeing someone like that pass by. I think she was heading to the back of the train. Thank you very much. We'll just be on our way. Now hold it right there, Top Hat. I see how it is. Get old Growsley to answer your question and then scoot off without a word. No, I did not try to solve any puzzles in the middle of the night, no. I told you what you wanted to know. So, the way I see it, you should at least lend the man a hand. I'm terribly sorry, sir. I didn't realize you required our help. How may we be of service? A friend gave me this puzzle because I love art, but maybe you'll have better luck with it than I've had. Fancy giving it a go? A man on the train shows you a picture he's painted. Let's say this picture has a total area of 10. Can you work out how much of it is made up of clouds compared to the area that's made up of sky? Don't think you need to guess the answer. There's a definite method you can use to work this out. How much of the area is sky and how much is cloud? I like it just fine. I'm not an expert or anything, but I like it just fine. There's a definite method, you say? And what would that method be? I think it's not an accident that there are these like poles or white dots, I guess, all around the image. Oh, wait. No, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, it's something different, I can tell now. Yeah, okay, I see what this is. Well, yeah, it helps if I make a grid, I guess. But yeah, I can see that some of the white shapes could fit inside some of the parts, like these two here, for example. Well, the white part here sort of cancels it out. This one right here goes here, and this one right here goes here. So if I was to move these, I would end up with 6 blue and 4 white. Today, instead of your sister, you have a friend with you. Hello, friend of Monica. Well, we call her Monica on stream. I'd say 6-4. I think I'm right with this.
And now to test my theory.
They all need to join with their accounts. I don't want anyone to feel forced to do anything. But anyone is welcome. Always. All the time. That's for sure. Nice job. The key here is to use the screws on the frame to divide the picture. Once you do that, it should be clear that B, F, and C, and I, D, and G, and E, and H are all simply pairs of the same drawings with the colors reversed. Yeah, not everyone necessarily uses Twitch, I suppose. So that's how you do it. You've got quite a head on your shoulders, don't ya? Now, as for that girl you were asking about, she's probably on the observation deck behind me. So they can keep guessing through your voice. What? They can keep guessing? Through your... I don't understand what you, what you mean. You got a glass part. Use it to rebuild the camera in the professor's trunk. Clouds and Sky is now in your puzzle index. Yeah, yeah, that's what you meant, Quellix, probably. Flora, take off your disguise. I know it's you.
Hey, it's you!
Yes, I had the sneaking suspicion that it was you who was tailing us.
Flora, what are you doing here?
Okay, I get it now.
Sorry.
No
It's
problem.
just, well, you see, I just didn't want to be all alone again.
Professor?
What lies ahead could be dangerous.
Huh?
That's why you'll have to be extra careful. All right?
Yep.
Some of these longer video clips seem to have the sound not quite in sync. Did you look up a synopsis of the last game? No, I didn't, but I guess I'll just figure things out as I go. I can sort of remember, maybe not everything, but... I mean, the greater lines of the story, yeah, okay, I've got no problem with that. It's more remembering the characters specifically and their names. Like when you said that it was the first time they actually met the police officer yesterday, I did remember why. Well, for the most part, anyway. I may not necessarily remember things like on the spot, but if I encounter them in the game, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, this I remember, sort of. Of course, the dog we saw earlier. Quick, grab him. I think we were chasing after a dog all along. A dog with small shoes. Right you are, Luke. Now let's get him back to his owner. A dog with shoes? Oh, do you mind if I tag along with you? Of course not. Come along now. Flora is now traveling with you. Check who's traveling with you on the top screen. She's gonna help solve puzzles too. The Professor, Luke, and Flora decide to return Tom to his owner, Babette. Flora has joined the party, as they would say if it was a JRPG. Oh, it's a miracle! But first a puzzle! No, not quite. Not quite. Or maybe it's coming. Well, we know a puzzle is coming. There's always a puzzle coming in these games. Oh, it's a miracle. You're alright. My sweet little Tommy Wommy. I've missed you so, my baby, my boy. This is Tom? We were under the impression that we were searching for a boy, not a mutt with a fancy haircut. Well, hey, Panda. How dare you compare my darling Tommykins to some common street mongrel?
Lost dogs are no matter for Scotland Yard. Next time he goes missing, find him yourself. Blimey, some folks haven't an ounce of sense. Come on, Barton. We've got real cases to solve.
Yes, sir, Inspector.
Don't you walk away from me. I want to have a word with you about your atrocious manners.
Well, enough of that. Welcome back, sweetie. Where did my little Tommykins run off to today? He's such a darling that I feared someone might have kidnapped him and held him for ransom. Maybe we should keep Flora's involvement in Top's disappearance to ourselves. Good idea, my boy. Eep. I do believe a reward is in order. A puzzle! Here, I know it's quite generous, but I insist. Oh, you got a new hamster toy. Use this pet house to help your hamster get in shape. I hear we'll be making a stop in a quaint village by the name of Dropstone. How much longer until we get there, Professor? I'm not entirely sure, so why don't we rest until we get there? That should make the time pass faster. Well, that's a mystery solved. 1 out of 10. No puzzle? No. Say, Flora, where have you been hiding all this time? Well, until I found that little dog, I'd just been relaxing in my room. Really? You've got your own room? Sure I do. It's in the middle one of the it's the middle one in the third carriage. Wow, you do know that's the room right next to ours, don't you? You were just a wall away from us, and I never so much as suspected you were there. It would seem that my powers of observation are rather rusty. Eee! My word, what? Why has the train stopped? What's going on? Samuel, you dolt, what did you do this time? Hey, bossman, just chill out. There's a broken train, like, just sitting on the track. Until we can move that thing out of our way, we're not going anywhere, man. Then get your rear in gear and move it now. I won't have your laziness tarnishing the voluntary brand. But, trains are heavy, man. How am I supposed to move it? I will not hear excuses, especially not from a layabout conductor like you who barely earns his keep. I don't care how you do it, just get it done. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Just turn it down a notch, Uncle. Uncle? I might be your uncle, but I'm also president of this railway, and I demand you address me as such. Okay, alright, sure. Whatever you say, Your Majesty. Let's see. Hint coins somewhere. On the wheels of the train. The stairs. Ah, okay. There's one. There's another. Ah, there we go. But I suppose 3 must be all of them. Puzzle now? No. Bah, I'm too nice to that indolent, scruffy nephew of mine. All the louse does is complain. What's this? What seems to be the problem here? Oh, sorry, Mr. Passenger. See, there's this giganto freight train parked on the tracks and it's blocking our way. Clearing the tracks is gonna take some time, so, sit back with something fizzy and wait. I see. Can I lend you a hand? For real? Oh yeah, that'd be way helpful. You think you can find a way to move the train blocking the tracks so we can, like, get moving? Step aside now, we're not going anywhere until that train moves off the tracks. We're gonna solve this problem with a puzzle. As usual. Swap the positions of the 2 trains along the tracks, move the carriages one at a time and make sure that the numbers by the side of the track match the numbers on each carriage. Did someone say puzzle? Let me restart from the beginning. Wait. There.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
That's true. That's right. Now hurry back to the train. It's behind schedule as it is. Hopefully we should now be able to continue on our journey. Looks like we're good to go. Give me just a second. We'll be up and running again. We're finally moving again. It shouldn't be too much longer before we arrive in Dropstone. I wonder if we'll find any useful information there. I hope so. You got a round part. Use it to rebuild the camera in the professor's trunk. It looks like the shutter of the camera, if I had to guess. Oh, I missed a puzzle at some point? Well, I guess this gentleman left the puzzle unsolved. Or maybe that means I'm not. First puzzle left behind, yep. country village of Dropstone. The train's looking pretty trashed, so we're stopping here for repairs. Trashed? We've got at least 3 hours till we'll be ready to roll, so why don't you catch local sites? A capital idea. Besides, who knows what information we might stumble upon in the village. There was a comparison made yesterday on the stream about with this and the Orient Express. With Hercule Poirot and things like that, and well, I guess it's kind of the same. The train trip seems to be so long that they can just afford to stop for 3 hours in one village and then get back on their way. They make it sound like it anyway. A capital idea. Besides, who knows what information we might stumble upon in the village. Train murder, Belgian. Has there been a murder in the train? No, not yet, I guess. Look at this poster, Professor. Yes, it's quite lovely, Luke, but there's something quite odd about the picture. What do you mean, Professor? There's a puzzle about it. Yeah, all we need is the murder. A dramatic farewell. Train stations are an especially good place for dramatic farewells, aren't they? Below is a painting of a man and woman bidding each other a tearful goodbye. Somewhere within this painting, however, is a single unrealistic detail. Find and circle the detail. A detail that is unrealistic? Do windows on train really open like that? Come to think of it. There's a moon. The lights are on. It's snowing. It is much clearer, like impossible stuff. No, I think, yeah. If the window did open like this, there's not enough space on top of it for the window to slide up, right? That's why normally the windows on trains, well, when you can open them, like on really old trains, not anymore these days anyway, at least to my knowledge, they slide down because they slide down inside the panel that makes the side of the train. But here, if it was lifted up, then it has no space to where to go. That's the only thing I can see. But I don't like these puzzles too much because you might spot something that doesn't make any sense, but that doesn't mean that this is necessarily the only thing that doesn't make sense, that they might be referring to something else. I don't know, I'll try. Besides, I'm not going for a perfect Picarat score anyway, but that was correct.
Piece of cake.
Well spotted. Where the man in the painting to open the window as shown above, the frame would go through the roof of the train. Yeah, these days most trains have windows that only open partially. Of course, thanks to modern air conditioning, a good number of trains have been fitted with windows that don't open at all. Yeah. In fact, these days, any train I board these days, they don't have windows that open at all, yeah. Yay! Thanks, lads and gals. I knew there was something strange about that picture. Is there another puzzle in this place? I'm telling you, man, this sleeping little farming place is like the chillest place on earth. You're the chillest man I know. My I mean, the boss is wandering around the village, and so is that inspector dude. The village is celebrating its 50th anniversary right now, so I bet there's tons of stuff to do. If I weren't stuck working, I'd definitely go check it out myself. So the village was founded only 50 years ago. That's quite young for a settlement in these parts. And it's so peaceful here that I really can't believe we'll find any clues about the Elysian Box. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure of that, Luke. Remember, one of the first rules of puzzle solving is that the answer is often in the unlikeliest of places. Right as always, Professor. I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled for clues. Yeah, I knew there would be a hint point right there. No. Got one. No, I already talked to you. There's a third. Alright. Well, I don't know, let's move. Well, there's the dude. Oh yeah, let's check out that puzzle I forgot then. A number of people are on a train. At the first station, the train pulls into. 1/6 of the people on board get off. At the next station, 1/5 of the remaining passengers get off. This pattern continues so that at the next station, a quarter gets off, then a third, then a half. Then at the final station, all remaining passengers get off the train. Assuming no one got on the train during the journey, what is the lowest number of people who could have been on the train when it set out? 6? I'd say. Because if there are 6, then one person gets off, then another one, and another one at each stop, and eventually there's only one person left in the train. And that's the lowest it could work with. It could work with larger numbers, but the lowest it could work with is 6, I suppose. 6, I think.
Here goes.
Alright.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Good work. If you assume the train started out with 6 passengers, then only one person would have to get off at each station. This puzzle can be really tough if you don't remember to reduce the number of people remaining on the train at each station along the way. Well, okay. This one wasn't too hard. One of the chimneys. Ah, yeah, okay. Do you have a puzzle for me? Well, Mr. Layton, how are you enjoying your time here in Dropstone? It's delightful. Every once in a while, it's nice to leave the city and enjoy the countryside. The air is so fresh and clean. It must be nice to live here all the time. I'm so jealous. And so you should be, young man. There's something about this place that makes you feel like a new man. And with the village celebrating its 50th anniversary today, our timing couldn't be better. Come to think of it, your Melantory Express turned 50 this year, didn't it? Quite a coincidence. Yes indeed, it did. Sheer coincidence, of course. Still, it could have been fun to have a double anniversary celebration here at the festival. Well, we already have a grand 50th anniversary celebration planned at an exclusive venue in London. Oh, is that so? Well, I'm sure your party will be on a par with the excellence of your train. It will, and on that note, I'm afraid I'll have to excuse myself. Good day to you, Mr. Layton. Good day to you, Mr. Beluga. My, it's already a year since she passed away. Time truly does just fly by. She? Who do you think he was talking about, Professor? I haven't the slightest idea, Luke. Yep, that's a bench. It's very benchy. Oh, fancy seeing you laddies out and about. Me? They booted me off the train until they fix it. If you're after a few puzzles to pass the time, just take a peek inside my shack of wonders. Well, I just did. I'll be here until I can get back on the train, so just come by if you get a hankering for a puzzle. Yeah, right. There's no puzzle hidden in any part of the scenery? No. Nah, I didn't mean to talk to you. Left or right? Let's go right. Hello, sir. Oh ho, and who do we have here? Visitors from out of town. Indeed we are. We were traveling on the Melantory Express, but we've stopped here for repairs. If you're here for repairs, there's only one place you could be headed, am I right? Only one place we could be headed? What do you mean, sir? Oh, I was just thinking out loud. Yeah, just talking to myself, forget about it. Here, did you notice the festival that's going on today here in Dropstone? Today marks the 50th year since with the founding of our village. Make sure you get in on the fun. Celebration appeared to be in full swing. Hint coins, hint coins. Look, Professor, a hint coin. Is that all of them? No, there's one. Wow, look at all the stuff there is to do. I've never been to a festival before. It's wonderful. Oh, that's right, Flora. I'd forgotten how you grew up in that one little village. Well, now's your chance to make up for lost time. Let's explore. Yes, let's. Where should we go first? Oh, let's go look at that booth over there. I want to see what they've got. You beat me to it. I was about to say, look, Professor, a hint coin, but I'm sorry that I robbed you of your fun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You two watch where you're running or you're liable to crash into something. Hey, it's that guy from the previous game. What was it? Monica said his name yesterday, but I forgot. I'm sorry for being so mean. Please forgive me. Don Paolo, yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, it looked like him anyway. Look at all the fruits and veg on this cart. It probably belongs to the person running that little stand. Oh, but it looks like one of the wheels is dented. That must make it difficult to move. Yeah, I bet it's a real pain. Oh, but you know, that reminds me of a puzzle about a dented wheel. In the back of the train yard, there's an old warped wheel lying on the ground, as shown below, while no longer function. As shown below, yeah, okay. Wait, what? You call that a wheel? A triangular wheel? What did they do to that wheel for it to become a triangle? And so off axis to boot. When rolled on a flat surface, its axle traces a funny pattern. If you look at it from the side... yeah? Of the 5 diagrams below, which one depicts the actual path of the axle? I'm tempted to say E. Because the thing is not centered at all. It can't be D. It's impossible for it to have the same 3 shapes. Or I guess it could be B. Well, I don't know because, well, how can I explain this? I believe it would have something to do with the distance between the center and these three. Like, between these distances. So there should be a shorter thing in the middle and two equal things on either side. So if I use this logic, it can't be B and it can't be E. And A seems to have the shortest thing in the middle. These shapes made good mustaches somehow. You think? Yeah, the C mustache then would be Wario or something like that. That's how I would see it. I don't know, I'll try.
Just leave it to me. Layton's apprentice strikes
again. Yeah, that's right. Diagram A correctly traces the path of the axle as the wheel rolls. You probably won't see this wheel on the train anytime soon, but it would be fun to watch it bounce around. B was a perfect mustache. That's right, Luke. You sure worked that one out quickly. If you've got any more puzzles, I've got answers. I'm impressed you knew a puzzle like that. I'd never heard that one before. Well, I'd try my best to impress the professor. Hehe. No. I just did. Chimneys. Ah, another puzzle? What are all these arrows for? Oh, it's a fairground game. Hey there, Squirts. Try your hand at this game of mine. I tell you what, since business is so slow right now, the first try is on me. Gosh, really, mister? Come on, Flora, we can try together. Yeah, if it's a fairground game, it's probably a scam. Like most fairground games. They make it appear easy, just to lure you in, and then you get addicted to the thing, and then you can stop spending your money there. Do I speak from experience? No, of course not. A bag of sweets dangles from one of the three arrows attached to the wall, assuming that all the three arrows are perfectly straight. Which arrow is connected to the sweets? Yeah, it's some sort of a... how do you call that again? Optical illusion? I don't know, the more I look at it and the more I want to say C, but I think it's not. Yeah, it's a trick of the eyes, yeah. If I just place my stylus over the screen like this... Yeah, it's B. It's not C. If I just use my eyes, I would say C, but it's actually B.
Here goes. Piece of cake.
Good eye. Arrow B is the one attached to the sweets. This puzzle is an example of the famous Poke and drop Optical Illusion. When a diagonal line is partially obscured by a straight shape, the viewer tends not to be able to accurately determine which of the lines on the right is the continuation of the one on the left. Nicely done, Shorty. Here's a little something for that fine performance. Really? Gosh, thank you. There's my last hint point. Okay. Did I miss anything by any chance? Oh, if you talk to him again, there's another puzzle. Can you believe this weather? It really is the perfect day for a festival. The sunshine has me in such a good mood, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a puzzle I've had tucked away. Puzzle 41, Cube Halves. Below are 4 shapes. 3 of the shapes form a whole cube when fitted together with an identical shape. However, one shape below is different in this regard and doesn't form a cube when joined with another identical shape. Uh-huh. I'd say C. Although, yeah, I think I'd say C. Because I think one of the angles in the bottom corner should be the other way. I can't explain it very well. Well, all the others, I can picture them in my mind fitting perfectly, so...
And now to test my theory. Ha! Wonderful.
Yeah, okay, well, never mind. Yeah, their explanation is a little bit different, but C will not form a cube when joined with another identical shape. Some areas of the shape are just a little too complex to fit together neatly. Still, with just a few alterations, you could probably change that shape into something that works, don't you think? Cripes, you just breezed through my best puzzle. I didn't see that coming. While we were talking puzzles, have you ever heard about that mysterious puzzle collecting lady? I hear she gathers gathers and stores all the lost puzzles of the world. Okay. How she does it is a conundrum wrapped in an enigma stuffed mystery. You know, a mystenic drum. Mystenic drum. We're doing some top secret festival prep back here, so you can't come in yet, okay? Okay. Hey there, fellas. I'm in a real bind here. Help an old gal out, will you? What seems to be the problem, madam? My sweet little bird fell down from a hole in the ground. Wait, what? I want to help the poor thing, but I just can't reach her. Do you have any ideas? I believe there's something we can try. Oh no! Laurel's poor little bird has fallen down a long winding hole in the ground. In front of the bird are 3 paths labeled A, B, and C. Which tunnel should the bird take in order to make it back above ground? In fact, when I follow the path from the ground to Well, when I follow it down, it sort of wraps around and doesn't lead anywhere. So, I mean, like you can go this way or this way, but they join back here. It goes here, then here, there, here. Comes back down here, there. It splits here. Ah, no, never mind. Yeah, no, okay, no, there's this path over this way that I didn't notice. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, otherwise it just goes back around and comes back here, so it's B.
This should do the trick. And there we have it.
Very nice. The bird can safely escape her underground confines by following tunnel B. Any other tunnel will lead her deeper underground or into the mouth of a very hungry snake. There's my little birdie. I was worried she'd be stuck down there forever. I wish I had some way of thanking you properly. Oh, I know. Here you can have this tea set and these lovely herbs. Take 'em, I insist. Ah, a new minigame. You got the ingredient Oasis Leaf. Use it to create new blends. You got the ingredient Crisp Berry. Use it to create new blends. You got the ingredient Citronia Seed. Hey, there is actually some Citronia Seed in the tea I'm drinking right now. Well, not the seeds themselves, but the plant. That was honestly hilarious because my friend and I couldn't figure it out, and then suddenly, just as you said, "Ah, I see, we found it as well," and went, "Ah." I'm glad to hear that you girls are trying to solve the puzzles at the same time as I am. You're into it. I like it. Ah, another puzzle in the tree. Look at this crazy looking tree, Professor. It's all warped. With a structure like that, it must be quite old. I wonder how long it's been here. Oh, Luke, our little conversation reminded me of a puzzle I know. Care to hear it? Why not? Trees on an old road. The country road you see here is decorated with a single straight row of trees, each a set distance from its neighbor. Of the 5 trees labeled A to E, which 2 trees have the greatest distance between them? Of the 5 trees, which 2 trees have the greatest distance between them? Study the image carefully and draw a line between the letters of the 2 trees you've chosen. Well, I'd say A and B, because they seem to be, because of the perspective, they seem to be further away into the image, and yet the distance between them seems to be about the same as those that are closer to, I want to say the camera, closer to the viewer anyway. So I'd say that if the distance seems to be the same, those that are furthest away should be the furthest apart. Because otherwise, things that are larger should appear smaller, but it doesn't appear to be smaller, so... think so, anyway.
Here goes.
Well, okay. My first mistake tonight.
Well, I'm stumped.
No, let me guess. It's much simpler than this, I bet.
Let's see if this works.
Stupid!
Strikes again.
No matter how you look at it, trees A and E clearly have the greatest distance between them. Yeah, right. I felt so smart thinking of the perspective and everything, but no, it's a lot simpler than this. As it often is. Perhaps I should have prepared something a bit more challenging for you, Luke. Well, we'll save that for next time. For now, let's continue our walk about the village. New hamster toy. Trees on an old road is now in your puzzle index. I haven't found any hint coins on this road yet, have I? No, that's the tree I've just inspected. Got one. On the trees, maybe? No. Bush. Well, I can't find any others, so let's move. Haven't been left yet. Gracious, the weather couldn't be finer for celebrating Dropstone's fancy 50th. My memory's not what it used to be, but you're not from around here, are you? Waiting for the train? How do I know, you ask? Well, this isn't the first time it's happened. As fancy as that train is, it must be in rotten shape. Chin up, Sonny. More often than not, the train gets fixed in a few hours. What with the festival and all, there's plenty to see and do here in the meantime. Thank you for the information. If I could trouble you for a moment, though, I'd like to ask about a relic known as the Elysian Box. You may also know it as Pandora's Box. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. I've never heard of the dreadful thing. How do you know it's dreadful, then? Well, I'm not sure if I want to talk to you anymore. To be frank, I was in high spirits till you came along. Now I'm grumpier than a cat in the rain. If you want to prove you're sorry for ruining my day, solve this here puzzle. World's best golfer. A pro golfer has the amazing ability to consistently putt distances of 3, 5, 7, and 11 meters. Strangely enough, though, those are the only distances he can putt. Currently, our golfer stands on the green with his ball 20 meters from the hole. What's the fewest number of strokes he can use to get the ball into the hole? 20 meters? Let's see. Four maybe? Because 4 times 5. Or, Assume that if the ball is hit farther than the distance remaining to the hole, it will roll over to the other side without going into the cup. Okay. Well, I was going to say, if you would view the view the green from above, maybe the path to it in the smallest amount of strokes might be in the shape of a triangle, maybe, or something. Like, move maybe 5 in one direction, and then it could be 3 in the other, and that would be 20. And he would have made 20, but, yeah, I probably shouldn't worry about that. It's probably simpler than this. Yeah, 2D only. Well, it would be 2D viewed from above, but yeah, if anything, it's 1D. Yeah, Stop! Well, I'd say 4 times 5. Here it would be at 21. Assuming he goes back 5, it would be at he would be at 16. I know I'd say 4, I think. He really always goes lunatic mode. Making it more complicated than it needs to be. I don't know, the smallest number I can think of is 4. I don't know, I'll try. The more I turn the numbers over in my head, and the more my friend right now, salt. Why?
This should do the trick.
Well, no, it's not 4.
Well, I suppose you can't
Can
win
do some
them all.
pretty amazing things. All the salt. All the time, your friends are so salty. Oh no, I didn't mean to quit. Get back into it. Oh, ready to take another swing at that puzzle? Good, that's the kind of attitude that'll get you places. Yeah, let's take... The correct solution doesn't involve the golfer overshooting the hole. Okay. So it does not overshoot. Then there is no way about it. It is what I said. You have to think about the green as seen from above, and it has to form some sort of triangle between the shortest path between the two. Let me draw it. He has to shoot like away from it, and then shoot back at it, or something like this. But can he do it with it still in just 2 strokes like this, with the values that he is capable of shooting? I can't think of what the values would be. The math is a bit too complicated for my brain right now. I want to say it's probably possible to do it in 2, but I can't make the exact calculation.
Consider this puzzle solved.
It was actually more
And there we
complicated
have
than
it.
we thought. Yeah. You are steering me away from the truth. Good job. If our friend the pro golfer puts 2 diagonal shots, well, yeah, okay, yeah, it makes a lot more sense when I see it drawn that way. It can sink the ball in 2 shots. No one ever said the golfer had to putt directly towards the hole, did they? Sure, in order to sink the putt using the method shown above, it need to calculate the angle of each shot perfectly, but that's probably why they call him a pro. Yeah. That's the ticket. Very nice. You've got a good head on those shoulders, Sonny. Actually, yeah, no, it makes perfect sense because it doesn't matter. It's just the angle that matters, because if you can shoot twice the same distance, it's gonna be a triangle with two sides that are exactly the same length. Should have thought of it, yeah. You've got a good head on those shoulders, Sonny. Mind you, you'd need one to wear that hat. Now you're salty. Got a hint coin. I could have sworn there was a hint coin on the windmill, but I guess not. I can't move further this way. I feel like I should have found more hint coins in here. Ah, there we go. Well, okay, look at all these stalls. Now this is what I call a festival. Oh, I just love all the hustle and bustle. It's so wonderful. Shall we take in some more of the plaza's sights then? Definitely. Puzzle? Look at this little monument here, Professor. It appears to be commemorating something. Let's see what's written on it. Dropstone was founded 50 years ago, and the founders commissioned a stone sculpture to commemorate that day. Unfortunately, the Dozy sculpture managed to engrave the wrong date onto it. The whole village had to live with the erroneous sculpture until some bright spark realized that converting it in a certain way would enable the correct date to be displayed. Think about what the sculpture could have been converted into in order to display the correct date. On which date was Dropstone founded? Answer in 4 digits. Well, it looks like a fountain to me. Right? I think so. Like, if you have the water flowing like this. So it's, yeah, I don't know, it's probably not 12/8. Like, that would be what, August 12th? I know it's date and month. No, it is August 12th then. Not December 8th. I don't know, is it that simple? I don't know, it wouldn't change the date, and it's probably not 12/8. Converting it in a certain way would enable the correct date to be displayed. Converting it in a certain way. I think I know. Let's imagine the thing... Well, it is a fountain. Let's imagine that the thing is filled with water up to this point. Like this. Then you would have the top portion of the digits reflecting in the water. Well, I guess the 1 would look like that. It would look a little weird, but then you would have the 2 resembling a 3, and the 8 would still be an 8. So that's one way that I can think of, at least. Maybe with a... Either I get a hint, or I try it like this. The puzzle text tells you that the sculpture engraved the wrong date into the stone, so you know that 12/8 isn't the date Dropstone was founded. Well, thanks a lot, Sherlock. Come on, something that's actually helpful. Does the sculpture's shape give you a clue into what it could have been converted? That big bowl and the opening at the top should indicate that this sculpture is now a fountain? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got the right thing then. 13... yeah, I know my 8 could have been a bit better, but... there.
This should do the trick.
It's because it is a fountain and it reflects in the water, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Brilliant. When converted into a fountain, water fills the bowl, allowing the true date of Dropstone's founding, 13/8, to be displayed. The inattentive sculptor must have been relieved at getting away with such sloppy chiseling. Yeah, well, that doesn't excuse anything. According to the writing here, this village was founded by its first settler 50 years ago. 50 years sounds like a long time for a person, but I suppose it's not very long for a village. Quite so. But this fact just invites more questions. Why did this settler come here in the first place? It's hard to believe he or she simply set forth from their old residence to found a new village. Parting with one so dear to your heart is even more painful than the tightest wig. When she was a child, I used to read to her until she fell asleep. She looked just like an angel. Oh, nothing cuts so deep as a separation's knife. Cripes, I don't know about that. I've never really given it much thought. Oh, fret not, I wasn't expecting one as young as yourself to fully understand my malaise. Don't mind me. I'll just excuse myself now. You think he just got dumped? Actually, he seemed sad in a different way, didn't he? Best not to pry too deeply into the private affairs of others, Luke. It's not becoming of a gentleman. You're right, Professor. Another puzzle. Hey, fellows, pleasure to meet you. My name's Albert, and I am Beautiful Dropstone's #1 fan. I heard you've been running around Dropstone asking questions, but you haven't talked to me yet. If you solve this puzzle, then I, the king of Dropstone trivia, will answer your questions. It's a Paddington cup, if you want to know. With a teddy bear thing. Paddington, a day at the river. Yeah, there you go. If you solve this puzzle, then I, the king of Dropstone trivia, will answer your questions. So I've been drinking out of this cup for 22 years. It says on the cup, I got this in 1998. So there you go, it says old as you, Monica. It's a bit chipped in places, but it's my cup. It's my mug. Below is a wheel of male and female portraits. Select a portrait and counting that portrait as 1. Move 6 portraits either clockwise or anti-clockwise and cross out the last of these 6 portraits. Repeat this pattern starting from the next available portrait and always moving in the same direction. Remember to skip the ones you crossed out. If you start at the right portrait, you can remove all the women in the wheel, leaving only the 6 portraits of men behind. Which portrait is this? Circle your answer, remember. You can move clockwise or anti-clockwise. Yeah, 1998. Yeah, that's what I said. Below is a wheel of male and female portraits. Select a portrait and counting that portrait as 1. That's the year my friend and I were born too. Six. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you start at the right portrait, you can remove all the women in the wheel, leaving only the 6 portraits of men behind. Which portrait is this? I found one that if you start with it, you can cross out the women's portraits. If I do it like this, assuming I pick this one, if I count clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But well, no, but then it's a man's portrait. Ah, no, the last of these 6 portraits, it says. Only the no, okay, and then I move to the next. So let's say this is 1. I cross this one. This one's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, because then I cross a man's portrait. That doesn't work. Do I understand this correctly anyway? But it has to be in both directions. So let's say I pick this one, so I count clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because you have to count this portrait as 1. Well, that's a mistake I made already. And then if I go the other counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then if I move to the next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 6, but this one is already crossed out. I don't know. It's the explanation that I have a hard time wrapping my head around. Ah, yeah, you have to be always moving in the same direction. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because you always have to count the one that you stopped on as one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But no, it doesn't work because then I have to cross out this man, and then the rule is broken. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first portrait you should be of a man. Yeah, it figures. Move anti-clockwise to find your answer. I don't know.
Consider this puzzle solved.
I'm not entirely sure of the logic. I tried with the
Wonderful.
others at first and it didn't seem to work, and with this one it seems to sort of work. It was the one that seemed to be working the best anyway. Yeah, I agree, but from what I could tell, there would be some male portraits gone as well, but... Okay, just have to, chalk it up to luck then, this one. Expertly solved, yeah, I don't know about that. I feel stupid because I didn't really understand what it was asking of me. Okay, ask away if you've got any... Yeah, that was confusing. The explanation itself was confusing. Okay, ask away if you've got any questions about the village or its history. I'm your man. Slightly off topic, but do you know anything about the relic known as the Elysian Box? You may have heard people referring to it as Pandora's box as well. It's hard to believe, but you've gone beyond my area of expertise. I've never heard of the thing. What I can tell you is that older people in this village jump at the very mention of the supernatural. From what I gather, it seems they have some connection to the village in the days of its founding. Unfortunately, that's all the info I can really give you on that subject. Sorry to let you down. Sorry to let you down. No, okay, no other puzzle. For some reason, all the old-timers here are really cagey about the origins of Dropstone. I've got a hunch that something strange must have happened here before the village was founded. Found one here. On the door. If I'm not mistaken, this building must be the village hall. Yeah, but it looks like it's closed for today. I've never heard about this thing. Yes, yet he knew it was supernatural. Yeah, it doesn't sound suspicious at all, does it? Well, they probably wanted to give everyone a chance to enjoy today's festivities. Luke, this reminds me of a puzzle set in front of a village hall like this one. Care to give it a go? You know I do, Professor. Three people at odds with one another are running for mayor in the upcoming town election. They are all locals of the town, which has a voter population of 40. In order to win, a candidate must get more votes than any other candidates. If each of the 40 voters casts a single vote and every vote is recognized, what is the fewest number of votes a candidate needs to secure victory? Does this have something to do with the fact that they vote for themselves? Probably. Like, you have to take that into account. Or I guess the three of them are perhaps counted in the number itself. I mean, those running for election are also voters themselves normally. And you can bet that each of them is going to vote for himself. Okay, let me make a memo of this. Assume that they are voters themselves. So, this one is going to vote for himself, this one is going to vote for himself, and this one is going to vote for himself. So you have 37 votes remaining. Assuming that, and you have to keep in mind that one of them might get 0 votes from the rest of the population if you want to get the fewest number of votes a candidate needs to secure victory. To secure it for sure. So that leaves 37 divided by 2. Uh, 37, that's 19 plus 18. So assuming there's only one vote of difference between these two, the one that wins is the one that gets 80, because if it got 19 in total, then it's not assured of a victory. Okay, do I have this right, or am I making a mistake here? Because it is guaranteed that each of them is gonna vote for himself. I mean, why wouldn't they? You have to assume that it's gonna be the case. No matter how I look at it, I always come to the same conclusion. My friend says 40 divided by 3. Yeah, but it doesn't work that way with votes. It has to be an integer number of votes. And assuming you were to divide 37 by 3, that would be, let's say, hold on, if it was 36, that would be 12, so that would be, let's say, 12, 13, and 12, so it would be 14. The lowest number would be 14, if you assume that none of them get 0 votes from the other voters that do not run for mayor. I'd say it's either 14 or 20. But nobody is guaranteed to win if they get 14, because assuming this one got 14, the others could still win even if he had 14 if one of them got more of the votes for him than the other. If it was I don't know, instead of 12, if it was 14 against 10, for example, then the one on the right would be winning, despite the fact that the one in the middle got 14. But if any of the three got 20, no matter how the votes would be distributed between the other two, he would be guaranteed to win. That's how I think about it anyway. I'm gonna follow my first hunch.
Just leave it to me.
Yeah. But let's see how they explain it to see
Layton's
if I had the right
apprentice
right
strikes
explanation. The winner needs at least 20 votes. Since yeah, it's got the 19 and 18 thing, just like I said. Since each of the candidates dislikes the other two, they will probably all vote for themselves. Yeah, 40 votes minus those 3 votes leaves 37 votes. The winner will need over half of the votes remaining, or 19, and the winning candidate's personal vote to that, and you add the winning candidate's personal vote to that, and you get 20 votes. Even if another candidate gathered all the remaining 18 votes, that wouldn't be enough to overcome the candidates with 20 votes. Math is hard! And I can't explain it very well either, so the game does probably a better job. And even that's debatable, probably. Now we really should get back to investigating the village. There is always time for a good puzzle, Layton. Come on. So, don't say such things. I think I got 3 on this screen. I feel like I only got 2 here. Ah, well, there it is. Okay, I was gonna check all the roofs, like here and here as well, but... Ah! Come back here, you. What about here? How many did I get here? I think I did get 3. There are some more stalls already the other way. Let's see what kind of stuff they've got going on. Oh, they don't want me to go left yet? Wow, look at those look at those gigantic cow balloons. It looks like the villagers are setting up for the livestock competition. Livestock competition? Yeah, the cow with the most shiny horns, maybe, or something like that. Or the best looking colored spots and that sort of thing. Or the most muscly. Yes, I'd certainly like to see the competition myself, but it doesn't appear quite ready to start yet. While we're waiting, can we go and see more of the village? Certainly, we can return later when the competition commences. Yay! Okay. Oh, by the umbrella thing. Oh, the competition still hasn't started. Okay, okay. On the path, maybe? I didn't mean to press to click on this. Those large balloons are in the shape of cows. Ah, there. Okay. No puzzles in here. Do you have a puzzle for me, sir? I never forget a face, and I don't know any of yours. You must have come on the Melantory Express. Since you're new in town, let me clue you in on a few key facts about Dropstone. I know you're interested, so don't act all bashful and reserved on my account. Listen, if you only know one name in Dropstone, make sure it's Mr. Anderson's. Not only is the man swimming in money, but he basically runs Dropstone. Whenever I try to picture someone swimming in money, I got Scrooge McDuck on my mind. As if that was possible. But he's a top bloke who treats everyone with respect. Even the postman. That'd be me, by the way. You can tell a lot about a man by the way he treats his local posse. But even nice guys like him have troubles. I hear he spends all his time worrying about his daughter. That reminds me, I just saw a pair of unusual characters head up towards Mr. Anderson's house. They said they were policemen from London, but something about them seemed awfully fishy to me. 2 people, huh? Are you referring to Inspector Chelmy and his assistant? Yeah, and actually, now that I think back to what Monica said yesterday, yeah, I do remember that Don Paolo was disguising himself as the policeman instead of me thinking that it was one of the robots in town. Yeah, it's more vivid in my memory, and it's probably him again since we saw him on the platform when getting off the train. That sounds right. He said he was here on official police business and needed to see Mr. Henderson. Do you think there's a connection between this Mr. Henderson and the Elysian Box, Professor? Well, it seems that Mr. Anderson serves as the head of this community. It's only natural that he'd know about who and what passes through this area. He's a big fish, alright. You're bang on the money about that. I mean, even the owner of the Voluntary Express stops in to pay him a visit when he's in town. Yes, I bet those 2 officers are being waited on like kings at Mr. Anderson's as we speak. But enough chit-chat. We've got a festival going on now, so go and have some fun. Got a hint coin. Let me go back outside for now. The barrel, the stool, the bench, balloons, mountain. Cat! And there's a puzzle on it. This cat sculpture certainly is expressive. Yep, he's a cute one. Oh, if you like cats, Professor, I've got just a puzzle for you. Crazy cats. The crazy cats of the internet. One of the 3 color pictures. Oh, it's the same puzzle as before. I'm trying to spot differences between the 3 in the middle, but I can't even see any difference between them. Oh, I guess the stripes on the background seem to be thicker on A and B than they are on C. Yeah, so it can't be C. Okay. What other difference is there? Eyelashes? Yeah, I guess they are tinier in A than they are in C. Yeah. Yeah, so it's B. Yeah. Yeah, nicely spotted, yeah.
This should do the trick. A true gentleman leaves no
It's
puzzle
just a few
unsolved.
pixels tall in reality. B is the picture you were looking for. The kite's... Well, I guess it's eyebrows, but yeah, I got the idea. The cat's eyebrows in A and the pattern of the lines in the background in C are different from the picture on the left. No, okay. You always make it look so easy. Greetings, I don't think I've seen you around these parts before. May I ask your name? Of course, my name is Layton, Professor of Archaeology, Gressoniller University. Charmed, sir. Welcome to Dropstone, Professor Layton. My name is Dorothea, and I am a maid in the service of the Anderson family. Tell me, what brings you to our humble village? My companions and I are after an artifact known as the Elysian Box. Have you heard that name before? Can't say that I have. But the Master is quite knowledgeable about curiosities such as that. The Master, madam? Oh yes, excuse my thoughtlessness. I keep forgetting you're new here. You see, I'd venture there is not a single resident of our village who doesn't know Mr. Anderson. I see. Well, if it's possible, we'd be very grateful for an audience with Mr. Anderson. Normally, I'd say he'd be glad to receive you, but lately he's been preoccupied with his daughter. Pardon me. I don't mean to pry, but has there been some issue between Mr. Anderson and his daughter? Well, yes, just between you, me, and the wall. His daughter has been secretly planning a trip alone. Secretly planning a trip alone? I hope she's not planning to run away. What's worse is that the Master has started to suspect something is going on behind his back, but after much discussion, we servants have decided to give her a warm send-off. So you're in support of allowing this girl to go off on her own? Why is that? Because the purpose of the trip is to fulfill the wishes of the young lady mistress's late grandmother. I see. May I inquire as to what those wishes might have been? Well, I myself have only heard scraps of the story from other people, so I can't say much. But whatever the request, it's one that the young mistress seems to feel is extremely important. Oh, look at that. Here I am gossiping away when there's supper to prepare. Please excuse me, Professor Layton. I need to get back to work. Oh, wait a second. Rats, she's gone. Is it just me, Professor, or does it sound like Mr. Anderson's daughter is planning to leave home? If she is, doesn't it seem strange to you that the family servants are cheering her on? Yes, very, and think about the consequences should Mr. Anderson find out what's been going on. The servants must have a truly solid reason if they've resolved to keep a secret like this. What could it possibly be? I'm getting the feeling Dropstone isn't as ordinary as it looks. You're not the only one, Luke. Well, it was the same thing with the town in the first game. But enough speculation, let's go and explore more of the village. Okay, Professor. Is this fish a stuffed animal as well? Oh, these are so cute. There's a hint coin in the till. No? I know. Okay, never mind. Okay. This is quite the variety of paints. The mirror, no. Oh, okay, from a pot of I don't know what on the table. The lamp, the window. Oh, okay, there we go. I suppose if there was another puzzle, I would have found it. Puzzle? Puzzle time? Hey there, I'm a world traveler, but I'm stuck here until I can score a ticket on the Millenary Express. I was hoping for a freebie, so I told Mr. Beluga I wanted my puzzles to break the ice. Unfortunately for me, he got all hot under the collar when he couldn't solve it. Here, maybe you'll have better luck with it. 30, huh? Ah, another one of these. What rotten luck. Yeah, you can say that again. While trying to pick up your luggage, you find that your bag is at the very back of the pile. The porter unloading the luggage claims the other boxes in the hold have prevented him from unloading yours. Use your wits to move all the blocks out of the way and reclaim your luggage. Alright, brace yourselves. This could take a while. Yeah, but then I can't move anything. Same problem. I guess I can do it this way. Like this. No. Oh, no, wait, no, okay. Never mind, it was actually very easy.
And now to test my theory. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Very nice. Be sure to show the porter how you did it so that he can get your luggage for you next time. Thank you, Monica. You're a clever lot, aren't you? With people like you around, maybe we might actually solve the mystery of the Melancholy Express. People say that the train occasionally makes a stop at a phantom town found on no map. Could just be a wild rumor, though. Who knows? An uncharted town? Wow, I wonder if that's true. Puzzle 45, baggage claim. Come on. Wow, look at the size of that mansion. I bet you could get lost in there. It is impressive to say the least. I'm sure that massive manor belongs to Mr. Anderson. So that's where Inspector Chelmy and his assistant went, right? I'd like to see this place for myself. Can we go and take a look? No, for now I think our best course of action is to gather what information we can in the village. Besides, I imagine the Andersons already have their hands full with their current guests. I thought I heard my cat at the door, but no. Okay. Puzzle time again. Phew. That should to do it. Come on. Either you say that ought to do it, or that should do it, but you don't say that should to do it. Good afternoon. What are you doing there, sir? Me? Oh, I'm just doing a little fishing in this here lake. Sounds like a lot of work. Have you had much luck? Actually, that's a good question. Now that I think about it, how many have I managed to catch today? Fishing net. A large net has been cast out in a pond to catch some fish. The pond's surface is small, but it's actually wider underwater, so parts of the sunken net are no longer visible from the surface. Assuming that there are no tears in the net and that the whole rim of the net is constructed of a single length of rope that ends on the shore, how many of the fish visible in the pond will be caught when the net is pulled? Yeah, I know what type of puzzle this is. Like this. Now you have to count the fishes that are inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That seems to be all. Yep, 7, I'd say.
Just leave it to me.
There were already
okay.
puzzles of the same type in the first game. I can still recall. Yep. To solve this puzzle, you need to imagine how the unseen parts of the net connect, which should look something like the illustration above. As you can see, the net will catch a total of 7 fish. Woohoo, what a haul! Tonight I feast like a king. Got a hint coin. Professor, a hint coin! No more puzzles? Am I not done yet now? With, Oh, new people. Oh, it's Inspector Chelmy. Well, look who it is. Hello, Inspector. Are you returning from the Anderson estate? I don't know where you get your information, Layton, but you're as sly as a fox. As a matter of fact, I did just come from there, but Mr. Anderson himself wasn't home. Seems he's off presiding over some livestock competition or other. A likely story, I'm sure. I'm curious, have you found the connection between Mr. Anderson and the case you're investigating? Not that it's any of your business, but perhaps you can be of help. I'd heard rumors that he had tried to find this Elysian Box in the past, so I went to talk to him. But when I got to the house, the butler told me he wasn't home and that I should leave at once. Can you believe it? Mind you, I wouldn't be surprised if he was just pretending not to be at home. I went out of my way to go up and see the man. The least he could do is offer me a cuppa. But why would Mr. Anderson be interested in the Elysian Box in the first place? It's anyone's guess, Luke. We won't know more until we can ask him in person. In that case, I suppose we should head over to the livestock competition Mr. Anderson is judging. Fine. Let his baronship roll around in the mud with his precious cows. I shall be elsewhere. As far as I'm concerned, the whole thing's nothing more than a frivolous distraction for the rich. I can only assume his obsession with the box stems from the excess of time and money on his hands. If you see anything that might help this investigation, report it to me straight away, you hear? We are always happy to cooperate, Inspector. Now please excuse us. Fine, off you go. Come along, Barton. We've got work to do. Oh, yes, sir. Alright, we'd better hurry back to the competition grounds. I actually thought the sort of, well, the guy in red in the back, I thought he had something to do with the competition. Like, he's there to tell you that it's gonna start now or something. Professor, I think this chap here fell asleep standing up. Judging by his uniform, he must be a security guard. I certainly don't approve of sleeping on the job. Perimeter is secure. Please confirm identity by solving this puzzle. Tangled ropes. 3 loops of rope are tangled together with a single red rope that has been tied in a very loose knot. Can you work out how many of the smaller loops of rope would get caught in this knot when the red rope is pulled tight from both ends? Remember, even if a loop passes through the knotted part of the red rope now, it might fall away when the red rope is tightened. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm fond of this type of puzzle specifically, but it is what it is. I should probably cross out those that I have already established will not get caught in it. The blue one, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. The yellow doesn't either. The green, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the green would get caught in it. No, not really. Not necessarily. Is it 0 then? I mean, they would all be still around the rope if you like, if you still hold it from both hands, but none of them would be caught in the knot, I think. At least not that I can see. Yeah, it's asking me for how many. Yeah, it says 0.
And now to test my
And because of the way that this game is, it
wonderful.
you can practically always expect the answer to be something like that you normally wouldn't expect. Like, why are you even asking the question? Oh, actually, the yellow one wouldn't be caught in it. Well, I got that wrong, but not a single loop would become truly entangled in the knot that forms. When you pull the red rope and form a knot, one loop will fall away and the other two will hang from the red rope free of the knot. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Correct answer confirmed. Well done, sir. He must be hopelessly addicted to puzzles if he's talking about them in his sleep. Even I don't do that. Boy, oh boy, I'm in a tight spot. I wanted to make a clean cut in this board, but I botched it right up. It's pretty much useless as it is. Can you think of a way to turn the pieces into a solid square? Here we have an oddly shaped board, but since this board is rather unwieldy as it is, you've decided to cut it into 2 pieces and rejoin these pieces to form a square. Assuming you aren't allowed to flip either of the pieces over once the board is cut, where should you make the cut in order to make a square out of the pieces? Layton's nightmares must not being able to solve a puzzle. Yeah, that sounds more likely. There was a puzzle like this that really had me stumped in the first game. I think actually in my playthrough when I played the first game, I had to leave this one for later and come back to it. But here the answer seems pretty obvious. There. If you pick this piece and place it just a tiny little bit to the right and down, it makes a square.
And now to test my theory. Wonderful.
Excellent. Easier than it looks, isn't it? Well, it looked easy. It looked just as easy as it looked. Well, it was just as easy as it looked. That was neat. Woohoo. Yeah, the one that was in Layton, in the first Layton game, was a lot harder, I thought. It was not so obvious. Woohoo! That so did the trick, thanks. Now I can finally get back to building that shed. You got the screw part. Use it to rebuild the camera in the professor's trunk. Board cutter 1 is now in your puzzle index. Did I find all the hint coins in that location, by the way? I think I only found 2. I think there was one in the orange sign hanging from the house, and one was in the middle of this thing here. The balloons, maybe. Oh, hi there. I've got another board problem on my hands. Here's the shape. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But what about my hint coin, though? This one might not be quite so obvious. Yet another inconveniently shaped board. This one's even more unwieldy than the last, so you need to cut it into 2 pieces again. Yeah, that you can reassemble to form a rectangle. Okay. Yeah, this one, I can't say that I have the obvious answer right away. No, wait, I think I've got it. I think this shape here has to come and fit down here if you like. I think I've got it. Like here, that's obvious, and then here. Yep, it's four high on the right side. It's 4 high here, and it's 4 high here. So that fits. Yeah, I think that's it. Hi, Jeff.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Jeff the hamster.
And there we have it.
A genius. Hello, Nougat67. Very nice. Aren't these board cutting puzzles fun? You're really something else. Something amazing. I thought I'd have to scrap this board, but now I can use it to build my shed. Yay! I will say again what I said yesterday. I wish the game would tell you when there's no hint coins left. Well, here I found 3. I'm pretty sure I got all of them already. Yeah, speaking of Jeff, let's try to design a course to get Jeff to lose some weight. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Professor Layton versus Attorney Build-Up. What do you mean offensive? What is offensive? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's not it. Or like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I got it.
I'm not so good at moving and stuff.
I'm not so good at moving and stuff. Ah! Jeff, you cheater! You're not gonna lose any weight this way. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Yeah, no, okay. Jeff walked 4 steps but wasn't able to reach his goal of walking 8 steps to lose weight.
I'm not so good at moving and stuff.
Did you just imply that I'm fat? I reject all responsibility. It was Monica's idea and Qualix's to call the hamster Jeff. I wanted to call him Hamsterdam, but yeah, you know, walk 8 steps and you lose weight. There, you walked 9.
But if I exercise exercise. It'll just make me hungrier.
Jeff walked 9 steps. His level went from 5 to 4. So you're a little bit slimmer now. How could you just out us like that, really? He said that was offensive. That I implied he was fat. I did no such thing. I feel called out. No, okay, I did agree to it anyway. I did agree to call the hamster Jeff, so it was my doing. Let's just say that I am just as responsible then. Does that sound a bit more fair that way? When you're ready to make tea, touch the ingredients you want to use and drag them into the teapot. You'll need to put 3 measures in the teapot before you can start brewing your tea. I love you all. Keep in mind that you can use more than 1 measure of the same herb in your concoctions. Once you've put your 3rd ingredient in the teapot, the lid next to it will start to wiggle. Place the lid on top of the teapot to start brewing your tea. If your creation turns out well, it will be added to your list of tea recipes. You can check your list of recipes at any time by touching tea time. While viewing your list of teas, touch a teacup to see the tea's name and characteristics. Once you find the tea you'd like to serve, touch serve to pour a cup for anyone who's thirsty. There are 12 recipes in all. Try to discover as many as you can. They're sure to come in handy. Well done, 1 pot of tea coming up. Citrus Classic. Oh, it's a little sour and a little sweet. Yum. I certainly have to tip my hat to this tea's drinkability. I imagine it would be delicious iced as well. Iced tea. Yep, and since it's nice and light, I'm sure just about anyone would be happy to have a cup. Yes, I myself am partial to its lovely fruity aftertaste. Feeling less than my best. Will you make me a tea with oasis leaf, brisk berry, and citronia seed? Well, I just did! Okay. You found a hint coin at the bottom of the teacup. Oh, really? I can't stand the art direction of this game. I love it personally. What is so wrong about it, in your opinion? It's kind of out of the ordinary. Ah, shoot. No good. Come on, Rudy. Nothing is wrong about it. The devs are Japanese, right? Yep, they are. It's not the traditional Japanese sort of a manga slash anime style. And that's what I like about it, that it's a bit unusual like this. Out of the ordinary. Well, it's a bit too sweet for me, but I understand why so many children enjoy it. I think I could drink a whole pot of this stuff by myself. Just watch me. You've got quite the sweet tooth, Luke. Just try not to drink it too fast. Oh, wait, what? They are in England, after all. You can tell from the UI that it's made in Japan. I guess every time you manage to brew one, you get a hint coin, probably. Yeah, I'd say it goes probably something like this. Heck if I know how it works, how to build a camera. So nicely made and organized, and just I don't know how to express it. I think those pieces are in the right spots at least. Is this right anyway? This one. I'm not so sure. No, okay. It looks more correct now. By the way, nice review for the Pokemon DLC ready. Well, yeah, thanks, Qualix. I believe I answered your message on the Discord, if I'm not mistaken. It might seem more obvious once I have more pieces. I'll come back to it. Oh, and I should save. I haven't saved in a while. Been playing for 2 hours without saving. Yeah, something about me being too generous or something. The competition, yeah, over this way. We made it back to catch the competition. If we've been informed correctly, Mr. Anderson is judging the entries. So he should be somewhere around here, right? Indeed, I wonder which of the gentlemen walking around here is our man. All this sulk of tea has made me yearn for some more tea. There. Uh-oh, it looks like the two men over there are getting pretty hot under the collar about something. I wonder what the matter is. Just look at that mangy hide. Anyone with 2 eyes can see that's no bovine of mine. I know what's going on here. Someone swapped my prize cow for this low-class heifer. Well, what do you want me to do about it? Can you at least point out which cow is yours? Now, how do you expect me to do that? Oh dear, this is going to get ugly. What's wrong, mister? This fella here seems convinced someone swapped this prize cow for another cow. I'm telling you, that ain't no cow of mine. My girl was perfect from horns to tail. See what I mean? There's just no convincing him. We can't start the contest with him carrying on, but I don't know how we can clear the situation up. I'll take care of this. The cows are sure to know if any monkey business has gone on. Of course, why didn't I think of that myself? I'll leave this one to you, Luke. A puzzle! Excuse me, ladies, can you help us out here? I see. Yeah, okay. Moo, moo, moo. Did you find out anything of use? I certainly did. If I had to sum up our conversation, it would go something like this. Moo, 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 moo. Misinformation. 5 cows are grazing at the festival. 2 of them are true moo cows. A breed that only tells the truth. The other 3 are Naui cows, a different variety that always lies. Use the following statements from each cow to work out which cows are liars. Touch a letter to mark it with an X. D is a Naui, I promise. Oh no, C isn't a true moo cow. A ain't a Naui cow, no way. E is a Naui, if I've ever seen one. B is definitely not a true moo. Okay, time to cross-reference things. So what? Which ones of the do I have to point out then? Those that are telling the truth or those that are lying? Okay, to work out which cows are liars. Let's see. D is a Naui, I promise, it says. A. So if A is telling the truth, then E can't be telling the truth. Wait. If A is telling the truth, then D can't be telling the truth, and D says E is a Naui if I've ever seen one. So E would be telling the truth, but can E be telling the truth? B is definitely not a true moo. And B says, oh no, C isn't a true moo now. A true moo cow. And C, A ain't a Naui cow, no way. Okay, yeah, there is a contradiction here already. Yeah, so if you follow the logic starting from A can't be telling the truth. B, oh no, C isn't a true moo cow. So it's a Naui, and if C is lying, it says that A ain't a liar. So this could be. This is possible, and it makes sense with my first statement. C, A ain't a Naui cow, no way. So if following this logic, C would be lying too. D, E is a Naui if I've ever seen one. Assuming this is the truth, then E has to be lying, and E says B is definitely not a true moo. So it would be lying, so that would mean that B is a true moo, and that would make sense too. Well, that logic seems sound enough. I see no contradiction if you consider that A, C, and E are liars. D is Naui, I promise. So that's a lie. So D is not a Naui. That's okay. B, oh no, C isn't a true moo cow. That's correct. C, A ain't a Naui cow. No way. So that's considering this is a lie. This is my pick is correct. D, E is a Naui if I've ever seen one. So that would be the truth. So that is correct. Yeah, okay. Yeah, everything seems to be correct.
Here goes. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
That's right. Cows A, C, and E are Nauis. Noes. If you assume each cow to be a Noe or a true moo and run through each of the cow's statements, you will eventually realize that the only time there can be 3 Noes is if they are A, C, and E. But I just tried to see with A whether that what it said could be true or not with the other statements, and it couldn't, so I guess I was lucky to find the right combination straight away. It looks like these two ladies swapped places while waiting for the competition to start. Things should be all sorted out now. Oh, you betcha. Look at that build. That lustrous sheen. That soulful gaze. That's my cow, no doubt. So everything's okay then? Better than okay, kid. With my darling back, I'm shoo-in for that blue ribbon. Thanks. Well, Luke, you certainly have a way with animals. Is it new that it can understand the talk of animals, or not? Can't recall if it was the case before. Look over here, you two. They're about to announce the winner. And the winner of this year's Dropstone Dairy Crown is... Oscar's show-stopping bovine beauty, Mutilda. Mutilda. Hold on now, you mean to tell me my sweet behemoth didn't take the first place? You shouldn't have swapped your cow back, Clabber. If you'd kept quiet, you'd be the winner, eh? I was robbed! Robbed! This competition must have been rigged! Rigged, I tell ya! To think he went through all that trouble to get his cow back and ended up losing because of it. Yes, I suppose it goes to show that things don't always go as planned in life. Right you are, Professor. Say, shouldn't Mr. Anderson be around here now? It's going to take some effort to find him in a crowd this dense. Let's look around a bit. I think I've now solved about just as many puzzles as yesterday, so I was a bit faster, I guess, today. Another puzzle. You ever heard the old saying, the cloth makes the man? Well, from the look of your duds, I'd say you've got your act together, so try this puzzle on for size. A change of clothes. A, B, and C each started off with shirts and trousers of the same color. Okay. A were red, B were blue, and C were white. They were then blindfolded and swapped items of clothing. After they took their blindfolds off, here's what they said. A, no one's shirts and trousers match. B, it looks like C is the only one of us who didn't keep any of his original clothes. Wait, what? See, I don't know if I like these red trousers. Touch the people to change their clothing and assemble their current outfits. Oh, okay. C has red trousers. Is that a typo in an official translation? Is this something that I didn't spot, maybe? Blindfolded and swapped items of clothing after they took... I don't know if I like these red trousers. What typo? I don't see any I don't know if yeah, okay, yeah. I guess I expected so much. Yeah, okay, yeah. I expected so much to be there that I just skipped over it, thinking that it was there. But you're right. Yeah, it's not there. There was another typo earlier. It said I should to do something instead of saying I should do something. That ticked me off a bit. Yeah, your mind fills the blank when you read it out loud like this, because it wouldn't make any sense to not put an I there. No one's shirts and trousers match. Shirts and trousers, okay. So one of these two has to have the 3-star shirt. And this one has to have the red or blue shirt. So some of the others still have their clothes. This one must still have the original, because if C has the red trousers, then that means that the one in that A can't have his original trousers either. seems right to me. You must give them their original outfits. No, you have to follow the sentences and guess what they are wearing now. After swapping around their shirts and trousers. Okay, with the way I set things now, C is the only one of us who didn't keep any of his original clothes. No, okay, so the one on the left has to keep part of its original clothes too. Yeah, that makes more sense now.
And now to test my
Yeah, okay.
theory.
Okay.
Ha! Wonderful.
Nicely done. You know that C is the only one not wearing something from his original outfit, meaning he's not wearing anything white. You also know he has red trousers, so his shirt must be blue. Since A and B are each wearing one item of their own, you can deduce that A is dressed in a red shirt and B in blue trousers. With all that settled, all you have to do is place your remaining white items in the right places and the puzzle is solved. Shirts and trousers that don't match are the epitome of tacky. That's fashion rule number 1. Rule number 2, no one can pull off sequins. But with that swish suit of yours, you're golden. No swanky nightclub will turn you away, I guarantee it. What, I have to find him in the crowd? We never did manage to meet Mr. Anderson, did we? Yes, what a pity. I had a feeling it'd provide us with a lead on the Elysian Box. Hey there, fellows, I haven't seen you around these parts before. I heard you chatting about Mr. Anderson. I thought to myself, hey, I can help. Here, I'll point him out. Puzzle. Yeah, I guessed. I thought so. Who's Mr. Anderson? Mr. Anderson. Thomas Anderson. I just saw Mr. Anderson around here a minute ago. He shouldn't be too hard to spot, what with that beard and hat. Now it's becoming a game of Where's Waldo or something. No, not quite. Not quite as complicated. Hello, Hunter Greed. This is my world, Mr. Anderson. My world. A beard and a hat. Yep, he's a real gentleman and he always looks smart with his cane and that dapper little bow tie. Oh, and he doesn't wear glasses in case you're wondering. Look, there he is now. Using the clues in the above statement, can you find and circle Mr. Anderson in the crowd? Cane, bow tie, beard, and a hat, the one in the top left corner. I mean, his hat is flying away, so can you spot him? Where's Waldo? Well, you can be pretty sure that's not him. This guy is wearing glasses. That can't be him. This guy doesn't have a cane. That can't be him. This guy doesn't have a cane. That can't be him. This one either. What else do we know? A beard and a hat. This one doesn't have a beard. The one on the right we can't see, I guess. Doesn't appear to have a cane either. Is cane and that dapper little bow tie? Well, the one on the right and the remaining ones doesn't seem to have a... I mean, at least I can't see a bow tie, so... And he doesn't wear glasses. His hat is flying away, but I think it's the one in the top left corner. Oops. Submit.
And now to test my theory. Ha! Wonderful.
Good eye. It looks like the wind tried to carry off Mr. Anderson's hat. Let's go! Good day, sir. I'm searching for one Mr. Anderson. Might you be him?
The one and only, my friend. And with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
The name is Layton. My friends and I have come to this fine place in search of the Elysian Box. I thought a man of influence such as yourself might be able to offer us some direction. The Elysian Box, you say? Why would you want to go chasing after a thing like that? I take it you are familiar with it. Familiar? No, I've heard the rumors, of course, and I know it's referred to as Pandora's box. I also believe my dear mother once searched for the very box of which you speak. Interesting. Please elaborate. Well, my birth mother died when I was very young. The mother I speak of is actually my mother-in-law, Sophia. She founded this village way back when, the kindest soul I've ever met. Sharp, too. I married into her family, but she treated me like her own flesh and blood. Since I never knew my own mother, I suppose it would be fair to call Sophia my real mother. Even after my wife passed away, Sophia continued to treat me as one of our own. Sophia looked high and low for that box, but she never could find what she was looking for. It looks like a music box. Come to think of it, it looks like it has a spot on the side for the wind-up key or something. I don't know how to call it. So she made efforts of her own to search for it. Fascinating. Tell me, where might Sophia be now? She left us last year. In her last days, she spent a lot of time holed up in her room writing. Sadly, I never found out why she was so intent on getting her hands on that box. I see. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Well, my mother may have known something about the subject, but she's gone now. Now you know as much as I do. I regret that I couldn't be more help to you, sir. Not at all, Mr. Anderson. I have learned a great deal from our conversation. You have my thanks. Oh, one thing before you go, Mr. Layton. Please take a look around you. These picturesque hills, these happy people, Dropstone has been blessed with so much. Sophia built this place from scratch into a village full of warmth and camaraderie. Dropstone must never be allowed to wither and die like so many other villages. After all, this place owes its current prosperity to the many sacrifices she made. Forgive my ramblings. Once I start talking, I sometimes have trouble stopping. Enjoy your time in Dropstone and be well. Good day. Looks like that was another dead-end lead. Oh, I wouldn't say that, Luke. It would appear this village is inextricably linked to the Elysian Box. I also find Mr. Anderson's choice of words interesting. I wonder what he meant by sacrifices. Well, that is something for us to ponder later. For now, let's make our way to the station. Alright, Professor. Let's head back to the train station then. You don't have a puzzle for me, do you? What about you? No? Main villain found. Excuse me, but are you waiting for someone? It's none of your business. We haven't even told the master about what we're doing. Look, perhaps it's best to leave him be. Sometimes it's best not to barge into the affairs of others. What if he doesn't want us to talk to him? Maybe he shouldn't be thinking out loud. If it's time to leave, I might want to make sure I'm not leaving any puzzles behind. No. She's back, so she might have another puzzle. Oh dear, I forgot to get apples for tonight's meal. Say, that reminds me of a puzzle I once heard. Would you care to hear it, sir? I guess if I went back to the station, all these puzzles would be moved to the House of Puzzles, but might as well try to find them by myself. Johnny and Thomas are each carrying some apples. If Johnny gave Thomas one apple, the two men would each have the same number of apples. Conversely, if Thomas gave Johnny 2 apples, Johnny would have 3 times the number of apples that Thomas has. Early 20th century, I'd say. Something like that. I'd say Victorian England. I mean, they have cars and trains. There was a guy with shades. Yeah, so I'd say 1930s, maybe, something like that. If Thomas gave Johnny 2 apples, Johnny would have 3 times the number of apples that Thomas has. Okay. It's probably not a big number. Around Sherlock Holmes' time. They're in for a surprise in 1939. Nah, I probably don't have to do it this way. Mr. Anderson, guy with shades. It's not Mr. Anderson had shades? No. It's probably a small number. One has 2 and the other one has 1. No. It's probably a difference of 2 between the two. Wait. 2 and 4 maybe? No, wait. Smith had... Agent Smith. Yeah, there's a difference of 2 between the two. Think I've got it. Yeah, no, 4 and 2. Nope, that's not it. It wouldn't fit. Yep, 7 and 5. Yeah, that's what I had in mind. So wait, which one is the one with the most apples?
And now to test my theory.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked with 4 and 2.
Wonderful.
Nice. Johnny has 7 apples and Thomas has 5. As you can tell, if Johnny gave Thomas 1 apple, both men would have 6. Additionally, if Thomas decided to give Johnny 2 of his apples, Johnny would have 9 apples in total, 3 times as many as Thomas, who would only have 3 then. Yeah. Yep. That's the answer, alright. So, where will you be heading next, Professor Layton? Once our train is in working order, we'll be moving on to the next town. Oh, then I expect you'll run into the young mistress. She's leaving on the Millenary Express today. Should you bump into her, do say hello. Oh, and remember, please keep Miss Katia's trip a secret from the master. Yeah, sure. A minor is planning to run away from home. I know it, but I won't tell the parents anything. No, I'll cover up. Don't worry about it. The place is positively crawling with people, isn't it? Careful, Flora. If you don't watch where you're going, you're likely to run into someone. Interlope Layton. Oops, sorry. This is also new to me that I forget to pay attention to where I'm going. Understandable. After all, it's quite different to what you're used to. Wow, Flora, you certainly seem to be excited. Just don't stand around gawking for too long, or we might accidentally leave you behind. Wow, what's that? Oh, and look, there's another one over there. Huh? Professor, Luke, where did you two go? Hey, just hiding. Eek! Oh no, Professor, Flora's gone. Oh dear, we must have become separated in the crowd back there. Let's retrace our steps. It's going to be awfully hard to find her with all these people about. Now, where could that girl have gone off to? Phew! Flora, what did you run off to? Sorry, there were so many people that I must have lost you. I turned to look at something and before I knew it, you two were gone. Well, I'm relieved you found your way back to us. With so many people around, who knows how long it could have taken us to find you. I'll be more careful from now on, I promise. Although, you know, I heard a few interesting things while I was wandering around here. What about getting the kidnapped part? It seems obvious to me that this is not her. It's someone impersonating her, probably. And since in the first game, Don Paolo was a good impersonator, he's probably impersonating her now. Although, you know, I heard a few interesting things while I was wandering around over there. Oh, what did you hear? Yeah, if someone grabbed her from behind like this, and she managed to escape and come back to you, the getting kidnapped thing would be the first thing she'd mention, and she'd look, like, panicked or something. That a man named Roby was asking around after the Elysian Box. But is it true? I don't know if it's true, it's just my hunch. If we can track him down, maybe he can tell us something we don't know. I heard from one person that he's been wandering around near the station. That is interesting news. Let's head to the station and see if we can find this Romy. Good on you, Flora. That's some top-notch intelligence you gathered out there. Hehehe. Oh, it was nothing. A man named Romy? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Gosh, I just can't decide. Oh, hi there. Do you, need something or something? We are currently in search of an item known as the Elysian Box. Does that name ring any bells? The Elysian Box? Nope, never heard of it. But I do know a great puzzle about a box. Check it out.
A puzzle about a box, you say?
Hot shape out. You have a box as shown below using the white cubes as standard units. The box is 2 cubes wide by 3 cubes long by 2 cubes tall. 2 white cubes are permanently attached to the floor of the box. There are 3 of the 4 shapes A to D shown below can be placed together in the box to fill the box to the top with no gaps. Find the shape that doesn't fit into the box using the conditions described above and circle the letter next to it. Yeah, it's like a Tetris thing. What if I put C at the bottom? That leaves only room for A and B from what I can see. D. Yep, you put C at the bottom, A at the left, and B at the right, and you've got your box filled.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
I'm good with shapes and 3-dimensional thinking, usually. Because if a puzzle comes up later and I'm completely stumped after saying so, I would regret saying that I am absolutely the best at all 3D thinking things. Jeepers, you must be some kind of puzzle genius. Oh right, what did you want to know again? I was wondering if you might know anything about the Elysian Box. Let's see. Nope, I haven't got a clue. If I were you, I'd try asking someone else. This one was very surprisingly easy, yep. Well, there are some of these in this game. They're not all super challenging or anything. Hey there, good seeing you again. Tell me, how's the festival treating you? Make sure you enjoy it all while you can, eh? Truth is, I'd like to be out there having fun with you, but I've got post to deliver. The directions I received from my deliveries were a bit vague, though. Maybe you can help me. Which house where? The red house is... Oh, wait, hold on. Below are houses A, B, C, and D, each of which is a different color. Decipher each house's color from the following clues. The red house is closer to the pine tree than the blue house. Which means that D can't be blue. Yeah, because if D was blue, then no house could be closer to the pine tree than blue. And since 4 says that D is either yellow, blue, or green, it means that D is either yellow or green. What's that? They are not super challenging flashbacks to 2 puzzles from yesterday. Yeah, no, I say they're not all super challenging. There are some puzzles like these which are just super easy. But yesterday, yeah, there were at least 2 puzzles, if not more, that I was stumped on for a while and making me very salty, which some people here liked, I think. Change the color of each house by touching it with the stylus. Yeah. The green house is closer to the power lines than the blue house. I got very salty yesterday. What? Because of me, or because you couldn't solve the puzzles either? Or because I couldn't do it myself? But you are more woke today, mentally able. Yeah, maybe. Even though I do feel a bit tired, but transmissions towers. Memo. The red cap balloon puzzle. Yeah. Yeah, this one among others, yeah. Yeah, you figured it out. It's me who couldn't. I couldn't. Wait, no, wait, so A is either red, yellow, or green. The yellow house is closer to the lake than the greenhouse. So B is, well, any color besides green. So red, yellow, or blue. Well, blue can either be on B or C. I believe, if I cross these out. So green on A, yellow on D. That leaves red and blue. What do I know about red and blue? The red house is closer to the pine tree than the blue house, so this one could be red and this one blue. This one isn't red. Okay. Let's see. Does that fit all the descriptions? The red house is closer to the pine tree than the blue house. This is true. The yellow house is closer to the lake than the greenhouse. Yeah. Yes. Kinda. Yeah, I guess. The greenhouse is closer to the power lines than the blue house. That is certainly true. And D is either yellow, blue, or green. It is yellow, so I guess it fits like that. So green on top, yellow at the bottom, blue by the lake, and red on C. Blue, red, yellow, and green. But at least it seems to fulfill all the conditions.
This should do the trick.
Okay.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
That's right, this is one of those puzzles where you need to use the given conditions to deduce the answers. Yeah, the answer. Now I understand. Right, I'd better get moving. No rest for the postman and all that. Another puzzle. I must admit I was skeptical at first, but you really know how to communicate with those cows. Everyone's been busting their buns to get Dropstone ready for today's festivities. Thank goodness you saved the day. It would have been a mess if that spat back there ruined the celebration. Yep, everyone's been working like mad. I spent all day yesterday making flags. I helped put them up too, and while I worked, I thought up a puzzle. You want to hear it, right? You have a pristine white flag that you want to die into 3 sections as shown above. You have 3 dies. No 2 adjacent sections of the flag can be the same color. Each section can only be one color, and you can't change the number or size of these sections. If you aren't allowed to mix the dies, how many distinct flags designs are possible? Let's see. Well, A, B, C, A, C, B, B, C, A, B, A, C, C, A, B, and C, B, A, 6? Is this correct? No 2 adjacent sections of the flag can be the same color, yeah. Each section can only be one color, yeah, and you can't change the number or size of these sections. Yep, I think that's 6. Or is it more complicated than it seems?
Just leave it to me.
Okay. Maybe it is not so simple then.
Looks like I botched that one.
Is there something I didn't take into account? Oh, wait. No, there's a lot more than that. Because you can use the same color twice. You can use the same color twice, but it's just that they can't be adjacent to one another. So, well, those 6 that I spelled out are correct. C-A-B, C-B-A. Then you have A-B-A, A-C-A, B-A-B, B-C-B, C-A-C, C-B-C. That would be 12, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or is there yet more to it? Oh. What if you left white stripes as well? So you actually have 4 colors to work with. Oh, geez, that's a lot of options then. Huh. Damn it. Huh. No, never mind. It said that each section can only be one color, so yeah. Yeah, but besides, I can't have the same color used twice, because it says that each section can only be one color. Well, no, what? No, 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 no. Okay, no, no. So what I said before was correct. Yes, so I need a wide option as well. That's gonna take a while if I have to think of all the possibilities. But yeah, let's imagine for a second. A, B, C. You mean completely white? Well, yeah, a section can be white, yeah, but it can't be all solid white, though. Because two adjacent sections can't be the same color, so that can't be. Ah, it's a bit too many. I wish I knew how to calculate it. That would be so much simpler. It's hard, isn't it? It's probably gonna take too long if I try to solve this now. You know what? I'll leave this one for later. Yeah, I'll solve it later. I'll try to think about it off stream maybe and write this, all the possibilities down or something. Because I can't tell how long it's gonna take otherwise. Is this the person I'm looking for, maybe? I know, Madeline. This whole festival is being put on by the Andersons, the wealthiest family in the village. I will come back to it later. I'm not leaving it to not be solved. I do intend to solve every puzzle on stream. As you're new here, let me fill you in on that family. The Andersons live in the mansion at the north end of town. Makes you turn green with envy, eh? Anyway, Mr. Anderson has a young daughter who's grown up to become quite a beautiful young lady. Her name is Katja, and she's the most unusual combination of both beautiful and sweet. Plus, I hear she's very respectful towards her father, unlike most youngsters. The only thing kids these days love more than talking back to their parents are those baggy jeans. Now, is it 1939? Did they have baggy jeans in 1939? Oh, sorry, I do believe I've gone off on a bit of a rant. Did you need something from me? Actually, yes, tell me, madam, have you ever heard of a rare antique known as the Elysian Box? That name's new to me. I can't help you at all, so will you leave me alone now? Oh, but you know, you did just remind me of a gem of a puzzle I know that concerns a box. The two boxes shown below are actually the same box shown from two different angles. Using the visible faces as a guide, reassemble the pattern of the box by placing the tiles into the unfolded view of the box. Don't forget each tile needs to go in the correct place and facing the correct direction, so you may need to rotate the tiles with your stylus. No, wait. No, okay, the heart now is rotated the right way. The club goes here. Well, this one it's a circle, so it doesn't have to be rotated any specific way. No, that's not correct what I'm doing here. What am I doing? No, it's the club that goes there. Because otherwise it can't end up on the right side of the triangle. Now I think it's correct. Let's see. I believe so. The triangle pointing towards the head of the little character. Yeah, no matter how many times I turn this around in my head, I think now it's correct.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Good job. Was it hard converting the 3D shape of the box into a flat 2D image in your head? A little, yeah. Just a little. Well, hang me on the washing line and call me a bath mat. I never thought you'd sold that one. See? She says that one. Why does she say that one? You seem like a nice man, so I'll be straight with you. I wouldn't talk about that box in these parts. But why? Well, it's complicated. Now I've given you my advice, so smarten up and follow it. Oh, Mr. Layton, do you have a moment? Certainly. How may I be of assistance? It seems you've done a great deal of investigating today. Tell me, during the course of your inquiries, you didn't hear anything about my daughter, did you? Your daughter, sir? She's planning to elope? But should I tell him or not? Yes, Katya. You see, she hardly ever comes home since her grandmother, Sophia, passed away. Sophia and my daughter were very close, so her death came as a great shock to Katya. If you should see her, would you please tell her that her father wishes she'd come home? If a fine gentleman such as yourself delivers the message, she just might listen. Unfortunately, our train is leaving soon, so I may not be able to be much help at all. This is the first time someone acknowledges the existence of the box. No, there was another earlier, I think. Katya is our only child. She means everything to me, and I'd be forever in your debt if you could help me. I wonder what kind of person this Katya is. Your guess is as good as mine, but judging from her family and upbringing, I'd imagine she's both beautiful and refined. Steady on, Professor. I heard that you've been inquiring around the village about an antique known as the Elysian Box. Oh yeah, that thing. People say it kills whoever manages to prise open its lids. Pandora's box, they call it. I just found out about it during the course of my travels, but that box isn't what I'm really after. Well then, if I may be so bold as to ask, what are you looking for, sir? A phantom town that's nowhere to be found on any map, a place only the chosen may visit. The only way in, I hear, is on the Molentery Express. That train and its many mysteries have been the subject of my research for years. From what I can tell, this artifact you're after, this Elysian Box, is also tied to that town. Wow, so when can we set out for it? How do we get there? Yeah, that's the one detail I haven't managed to pin down myself. Maybe you whisper a password when you're on the train and whoosh, the track goes in a new direction? Anyway, it's probably something like that. I'll just have to keep searching until I find a way in. Interesting. Thank you for your time. Professor, did you hear that? I think we finally got a new lead on the Elysian Box. It's a bit early to celebrate, but it looks like our journey on the Millenary Express isn't over yet. Alright, you two, let's start making our way back towards the station. Okay, Professor. Granny Riddleton. Hold on. How about over here? Aha! She has another puzzle. Oh, hello there, you two. Your timing is impeccable. See, I'm trying to wrap this flower I grew to give to a friend. I've got green fingers when it comes to plants, but I'm all thumbs when it comes to wrapping. Help an old gal out, would you? 32. It's a wrap. Laurel is very particular about wrapping this flower as it is a gift for an important friend of hers. She would like it to be wrapped as shown below but has no idea where to begin. In order to wrap the flower just like the leftmost drawing, how should you begin your wrapping? Touch A, B, C, or D to answer. I want to say C. It looks that way to me.
This should do the trick.
Alright.
And there we have it.
Excellent. Were you able to follow the paper's transition from a flat shape into a 3D one? Well, yeah, for once. Well, that's about the finest wrapping job I've ever seen. You saved me a world of pain. You got a new hamster toy. Use this flower to help your hamster get in shape. It's a wrap. It's now in your puzzle index. Now let me return the favor with a few helpful tidbits about that tea set I gave you. I'm sure you know the basics of brewing, yes? Put in 1 measure of each of the 3 ingredients I gave you to make a nice cup of citrus classic tea. I already did. However, there's a lot of room for experimentation. For example, try brewing 2 parts of Brixberry with 1 part of something else. I already did. Get it right and you'll make a sweet, crisp tea that is just wonderful. If you happen to pick up any other tea herbs, try creating more blends of your own. There's a whole world of complex flavors waiting to be discovered. You just need to find them. Okay, she didn't have any other puzzles. Alright, now I think we can start making our way back towards the station. Unless now more puzzles have opened in previous locations now that I only have to go to the station. Nah, it's the same people, it seems. No, okay. Get back on the train, it says. Green tea is all I need, personally. That's the tea I was drinking the other day. I ran out, though, now. I used what I had left to make the bottle I was drinking last weekend. My friend and I have solved the flat color puzzle. What's your answer? Let's go back. Let's try this then. What's your answer before I board the train then? Ah, yeah, that's right. I already input a wrong answer on this one. You two have been working on it all this time? By the way? Hey, imagine the girls discussing all the puzzles in the background while shouting. Why while shouting? I'm all ears. (12 × 3 = 36) because you had 12 solutions, but then you added one more variable and there's 3 more outcomes. So sorry, mistakes, I typed fast. This is not my keyboard. What, you mean you're at your friend's place? You're not at home? Okay, well, I'll trust you girls. Let's try.
Here goes.
Well, you girls had it right. Congratulations. And thank you for your input. That's actually... Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, so yeah. Yeah, okay. Monica GG. Once you incorporate the white color of the unpainted flag into your designs, you actually have 4 colors you can work with. If you assign a color to the left section of the flag and lists all the designs possible, you get a total of 9 variations. Multiply this number by 4, which represents the number of colors at your disposal, to get the answer, 36 variations. Okay, if you stem from this point, yeah, okay, I can see how this is actually a lot easier. Okay. Good. Monica and friend GG, actually. Pretty good, right? I may be getting older, but I can still cook up a mean puzzle. Thank you! Now I think we can head back to the station. Yo, you've got at least 30 puzzles under your belt. Who's a rock star now? Well, I am at the station. Ah, okay, there's another puzzle here, I suppose. How's that festival treating you, dudes? Pretty righteous, huh? This train isn't ready to move quite yet, so while you're waiting, I'll lay this sweet puzzle on you. Sammy's necklace. Sammy has 8 chains with 7 links each. He wants to connect all these chains to make a necklace. The jeweler says that it will cost £2 each time he opens and closes a single link. As shown below, Sammy could open one end of each of the 8 chains to make one long necklace. However, that would cost £16, and the truth is that there's a cheaper way to get the same results using the cheapest method possible. How much would it cost to make the necklace? I love the picture right away. A cheaper way, you say? One. You only open this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, well. But that's not the answer. He said so. There's a cheaper way, he said. if you were to say, break each of the 7 links on one of the bits of the necklace, and then you use these 7 parts to link the rest together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That would cost 14. Because you open them up once and then you close them back up to link the rest together. So you dismantle a whole like fragment into 7 pieces, and then you use these 7 pieces to connect the others. If that makes sense. I hope it does. Well, that's one possible answer anyway. Could there be another? I don't think it's possible to make it in any other way. Compare the prices first, but it sounds good. Yeah. It's 7 times 2, so it's 14. Since it's 2 quits each time he opens and then closes a single link. So let's say he does it for, we're using this one, he opens it and then closes back onto these 2. Then he does so for the next, these 2, there, so that's 6. And with the last one, he makes a connection between these 2 bits, I suppose. Yeah, that's 7 times 2, that's 14, it sounds good. I don't see any other way.
And now to test my theory.
Let's see if the game uses the same logic or not. Take one of Sammy's 7 link chains, break each link apart, and use them to connect the remaining small chains together as shown in the illustration. If Sammy uses this method, he can get the necklace of his dreams for only 14. I guess if they didn't say right in the explanation that the answer is not 16, the cheapest way, I probably would have had the wrong answer, but since they already told you it's not 16, then there was only one other way that I could think of. Actually, Big Brain Rudy, thank you. But the Millenary Express is back in business, baby. Get ready to ride, folks. Hey, you guys, better hurry back to your seats, because this train is ready to rock. 4 horses. Oh, I missed 3 puzzles, it seems. Somehow. A lot more new people.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Stellar voice acting. Thank you so much. Huh? You wouldn't be a bit emo, would you?
What's going on over there?
I believe we may have stumbled upon Mr. Anderson's dear daughter.
That's a cracking send-off she's having.
Considering the size of the party, I doubt she's just going...
Well, okay, so we're not hiding the fact that she's running away from anybody, because the whole village knows about it, apparently. Except the father, I suppose. Touch a mystery for more details. Yeah, Katya is the only daughter of Dropstone's most influential man, Mr. Anderson, and has boarded the Millenary Express. Several villagers came to see her off, yet she travels alone. Where is Katya headed, and why is she making the journey there by herself? Probably in search of the Elysian Box herself, maybe? If this is something that was important to her mother. Layton, she's cute. Well, I'm gonna end the stream here for today. I guess the end of a chapter is the perfect spot to... She's actually a robot like the villagers from last game. Yeah, she's an escapee. Hey, that's 52 puzzles I've already solved. Nice. A diverging path. Well, yep, that's gonna be all from me for today, and then what's left for me to do is to wish you all a good evening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping out too. That was very appreciated. I don't mind some input like this, and if you guys are having fun trying to solve the puzzles as well on your end, it means you're being entertained, and that's all I can wish for. I hope you sleep better this night. Be rested tomorrow, and thanks. Yeah, I believe it's because I keep waking up with my nose all stuffy because of my allergies. They're a bit worse at the moment. I fall back to sleep as soon as I take care of it, but it's just the fact that I don't have one long stretch of sleep. I sleep like 3 to 4 hours, and then I wake up, and then I have to put some medicine in my nose and then go back to sleep, and then try to sleep the rest straight as well. I guess, yeah, my quality of sleep is not quite what it should be, I guess. But you're welcome. Thank you guys for being so nice, and I'll see you tomorrow then, if you guys can make it. Bye-bye, and please take care. See ya.